everybody, and welcome to Black and White Tales print number 1. Print number 1 was, well, kind of a difficult choice because I wanted to find something very representative of myself. And looking through my old archive, I found an image that I think is probably one of the most important images of my life. This picture was taken a lot of years ago, 1982. At the time I was 12, going for 13. I started photography. My passion started in the elementary school. I was 8 years old, and the school organized a darkroom class. When I was in the darkroom, looking at the white paper in the developer, and I saw the image coming out, that was my magic moment. I was hooked with photography. And I was lucky enough to have the access to a camera club with a darkroom. So I took my father Zeiss Contaflex. That was really a great camera, but kind of old with the aperture sometimes was not precise, the shutter sometimes was jammed, the exposure meter was kind of an educated guess more than a precise instrument. And I started to, with the camera, to take snapshots around and learn what photography was. So I learned to develop, I learned to print, and I started to read articles, magazines, and books about photography. And I also started to desire a new camera, and as a kid I probably started to be a real pain for my parents asking for that camera continuously. So when I was 12, finally I got this little baby. This is a Pentax Semi Super. It was really a great camera at the time, and by the way, I found that there's still a roll of film inside, so I'm curious to see what's on the 12 shots already taken. And this camera in some way changed my life, and most of all changed my approach to photography. And it was for a couple of reasons. The first one obviously is the technical reason, because finally I had a camera that was precise, that had a good exposure meter, and working properly. So I could explore techniques of photography. But the most important reason was because this was a very important gift. It was economically important, and it was important because it was a sign of trust that my parent had for me. So I started to feel I needed to do something more worth photographically. That year we went on vacation to Giulianova. It's a beautiful town in the Abruzzo region, and if you don't know the Abruzzo, for me is one of the most beautiful regions in Italy, really underrated for many reasons, but it's actually very beautiful, and we ended up to go there for more than 25 years with my parents. But the change is that when I was there on vacation, and I was not the kind of guy enjoying beach life and all these kind of things, so I took my new camera and I started to go around alone and explore the place. And during my explorations I arrived at the harbor. Giulianova is a beautiful harbor, and I took this image. I took really more images, and most of them really good, but I took this image. And by the way, if you want to see this image in a proper way, please take a look at it on my website, because in the video I have no real control about the contrast and all those kind of things, so please go on the website. There's the link in the description of the video, and check the image there. But I took this image, and this was the first time I had a professional approach to photography. And when I speak about professional approach, I intend that I went around and I was looking for a picture. I was looking to create an image that had a story, that had a way to tell the story properly, so the correct exposure, the correct composition, and all these kind of things. And this image represents the Lampara boats. The Lampara boats are boats carrying these big lamps. The boats are small boats, around probably 6 to 10 feet. They have a huge generator and these big lamps. 6 of those boats were carried on a main fishing vessel and were put in the water at night to tend the nets in the water and with all the lights attract the fish. The Lampara boats are no more there. Now everything changed. The system to use the light to attract fishes is still used, but the lamps are big lamps on a main fishing vessels. So this is also a piece of history that is no more here. And by the way, Giulianova is a beautiful harbor and with a lot of activity, fishing activity. And if you want to see the life of the harbor, you're curious, you can check always in the description below or on my website. There's a link to a reportage I did last year at the harbor about the life of the harbor. It was published on Fujilove magazine, beautiful magazine about Fujifilm photography. And you can also see a gallery of these images. But what was important for me when I looked through my archive and I found this image, that is everything I did in photography, it was already there. My roots are there. I was looking for something that represented the main source of income in the city, so the human ability to produce wealth, and I was looking for something kind of technical. I was always passionate about the production and the industrial aspect. And I did all my photographic life and career based on industrial photography, commercial photography. So it was already there. And what was there was that if I look at the image, I see it was a research to be professional. It was a use of the composition as empty spaces and put inside elements that gave an idea of the ambience and everything else. So that was my first professional at 12 years old image. It was the moment that my photographic life changed from casual snapshot to the research to create an image instead of taking it. So I hope you enjoyed this little tale and this first print. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my blog. All the links are always below in the description. And if you didn't like the video, please let me know why, so I can improve for the next time. See you next week. Don't forget to keep creative, stay free, and have fun. Thank you for watching.